Hi Gemini, Trishna here. Welcome to your February 2020 love reading. So what I'm feeling for you, Gemini, from an intuitive perspective is I feel like things in your love life are going a lot better than they have like last month. I feel like you feel a lot more confident about your partner and their love for you. You're not really noticing the mixed signals as much. I feel like the mixed signals really aren't coming as much. I feel like the signals are becoming a lot clearer to you. Whatever your partner is giving off is becoming a lot more consistent, a lot clearer. I feel like you just feel much better about your relationship. You feel good, you feel optimistic. You feel positive about how things are going. And I feel like, part of you thinks, "Hey, like I don't need to worry about my relationship so much. I should focus on another area of my life. I should stop focusing all of my attention on my partner or on my relationship or on worrying about my relationship, and I should start focusing maybe on my career." And so I think part of you feels like maybe I should start focusing on my career now. But then your relationship is starting to feel so good and starting to be so positive that it's like, but I don't want to focus on something else because things are going really well in my relationship. And I feel like that is a very nice balance. I think that you should focus on your career as well, but you don't have to do 50-50 split, let's say, if that's what you were thinking. Like, I focus a lot on my career and I focus a lot on my relationship. You can focus mostly on your relationship and a little bit more on your career, like a 25 career, 75 relationship kind of split. So I do think you should put some attention on your career. I feel like there's a lot there that could be going well for you. There's a lot of activity there or projects there that you could be involved in. I feel like there's a lot of maybe some opportunities for building relationships with partners or building relationships with your colleagues and things like that. Like, I feel like there's something in that realm that I think could be really fun and really satisfying for you in the career realm, most likely. But also, enjoy your relationship because it's going really well and you're finally starting to feel more stable and more secure with your partner and in your relationship. And that feels really nice. That's kind of been a long time coming, Gemini. So if you want to live it up and enjoy it, I recommend that. But again, do focus a little on the career because you don't want to put all of your like mental eggs in one bucket. You want something else that's going well for you that kind of balances out your energy, because if we get too focused on love, we start reading into signals, we start over analyzing, we start getting our world like too wrapped up in that one area. So it's just good to have a balance, which I'm sure you know and you understand what I'm trying to get at here. Now, I feel like your partner feels really happy in the relationship as well. I feel like they feel really good about how things are going. They're in a really positive place. They feel really, really comfortable. And I think that could scare you a little bit, not because they feel the same way that you do or that they love, not because they love you a lot, not because they feel comfortable and safe with you. You love all those things. You want them to feel all those things. But because they may be so comfortable that it's not even a question in their minds. It's not even a thought in their minds that they could lose you. And they're not taking you for granted. That's not what I'm saying here is like it scares you because they think that they'll always have you and so they take you for granted. It might scare you a little because they think that they'll always have you and they're just so comfortable with the two of you together that that's just always how they proceed, as if the two of you are together. And they're so comfortable that they're getting really, really comfortable with your day-to-day life. And so in your mind, you observing this, it's almost like we're just doing day-to-day things together. We're not really doing anything exciting. Is the chemistry in our relationship disappearing? Is the passion in our relationship starting to go? Why are we just doing daily things together? Like if you live together, you're just really settling into living together and hanging out at the house and just watching TV together and going grocery shopping together and all of those kinds of house kinds of activities, and you're not really going out much. You're not really going out for drinks or going out for movies quite as much. Everything is more about let's go out grocery shopping. And so to you it may scare you because it's like, what is this becoming? Like, do they not love me? Like, you might start seeing it differently, but that's not what this is at all. It's just that they're so excited to be living with you and to be like building a future together that is all that they want to do. Is like they're excited to go grocery shopping with you. That is fun for them. That is, you're my buddy. You're always going to be here with me. Let's go do everyday things together as buddies because you're always going to be there with me. And that's just very, very comforting for them. So when that happens, don't freak out. It's actually a sign of their true love and their deep love and their comfort with you and their security with you, that you're going to walk through every single area of life together, from the boring to the exciting. And right now, they're really into the boring because the boring is to them what a real relationship is about. Everything else is fun, it's interesting, but it's also the fanfare of dating. You know, you take your partner out or you go with a partner to all of these exciting events, and that's really fun because it creates memories and you're doing something together, but that's just dating. That's not a real life partner kind of relationship. To them, a life partner kind of relationship is doing all the stuff that isn't so exciting and doing those things together and being happy to do the boring together instead of always having to make things exciting because you're dating and you're trying to impress somebody or keep them. So for them, this is what a real relationship is, and they love the feeling of that. So don't get worried when they do that. It's a positive sign, and I think that you're actually really gonna like it too. Like, you might be like, ooh, like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I need a little excitement or fun in my life. I think you will become a little bit of a homebody yourself. You, like, even if you don't think that you will be, or even if you think you already are, and you're like, but I can't become any more homebody, you're about to become more homebody than before. So don't worry about it. Don't get scared about it. You can always do date night or something, you know, after a month of getting into this routine of like house stuff. You can, or however this applies to you. If you two aren't living together, you may still go grocery shopping together. You may do other smaller things together that you would not equate with dating, you would equate more with marriage. And to your partner, true love is the marriage version of a relationship, not the dating version of a relationship. So if you get bored after like a month or two, you can always reintroduce date night or something like that, or plan something exciting. But I think that you'll be very happy with the marriage side of your relationship. That kind of interaction and those kinds of activities that you two do together, I think you'll enjoy it a lot more than you think. Alright, Gemini, so in this video we're going to talk about the top 6 cards that I have here, and then in the extended we're going to talk about the bottom 6 cards. So for those of you, Gemini, who have a wish, think about your wish. And once you have that wish, you've thought about it, right? Okay. Whatever that one wish is, chances are that it's going to come true. So in the top row, what we have here is, the first card we have is the Moon card. Then we have the Star card. The star card traditionally represents your wish getting fulfilled. And so that's why I asked you, if you have a wish, think about the wish, because it's most likely going to get fulfilled because of the Star card. Then we have the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here for you, Gemini, is I feel like with the Moon card, that represents your energy that you have been going through for a little while, especially last month, and that you're kind of entering in February with. There's still a little bit of this Moon card, and that Moon card is essentially you being a little bit on guard about your emotions, trying to pay attention to your partner and the signals that they're sending, not being entirely sure that you can trust what you're seeing, or trust what somebody is saying to you, or trust your feelings, or trust that somebody has feelings towards you, like that trust that your partner really loves you as much as they may show or they may say. And so this is you being on guard, kind of keeping your heart closed off a little bit, and your walls up, and your trust radar like on high. And that's where you've been. But I feel like you're starting to make this transition to the Star card, where essentially what you're doing is you have decided that, or you're about to decide, I feel like you're still making this transition, where you're starting to decide that, you know what, I've seen enough evidence. I feel like things are going really positively. I like what I'm seeing. I realize that maybe I was being over analytical about some things, or maybe I was looking at things from a different perspective, and I don't need to see things that way, and maybe that perspective wasn't quite accurate. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to let go of this old baggage that I was carrying around with me of maybe past relationships and not being able to trust people then, because when I did, I got burned, or even this relationship where things weren't working out before, or I wasn't completely happy and things didn't work out in many ways. I'm going to let all of that go, whether it's old relationships or this relationship, how this relationship used to be. I'm going to let all those fears go. I'm going to let all of those hang-ups go. I'm going to let all those things that happened to me that made me build up this wall, this trust barrier between me and my partner. I'm going to let it all go. And instead, I'm now going to focus on what's going well, what's going right. What are the positive signs that I'm seeing? I'm going to try to look at what's going on in my life and in my relationship with a new lens, a lens that isn't filtered by baggage anymore, a lens that isn't tainted by the baggage that I've had before, a lens that isn't tainted by the lack of trust by the trust, like my trust being broken in the past. And I'm going to look at what's happening in my relationship. I'm going to look at my partner, and I'm going to look at them with clear eyes, with an open heart, with trust, with giving them the benefit of the doubt, with seeing the best in them and the best in their intentions and the best in their actions. I'm going to look at them that way because I've decided I'm going to make this transition. I've decided that seems right to me. That seems like the better path. That's what I think will show me the truth of my relationship, because before it was tainted. So you're making this beautiful transition, Gemini, and I think that is absolutely lovely. The Seven of Swords, I feel, represents that you are now looking at your partner as somebody who very well could be very trustworthy, and you're seeing them as somebody that maybe, like, this person may be the person that I'm with for the rest of my life. This might be my person, and am I okay with that? And I feel like you are okay with that. Of course, it's hard to trust anybody 100%, but for the most part, I'd say 80 to 90% you trust them. And you're looking forward to getting to know them. But it is a little bit interesting and it is a little bit scary to look at somebody and be like, this might be my forever person. Like, this might be my person. This might be my soulmate. This might be the person that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And, before this time period, in theory, that probably sounded amazing. Like, I would love to get married. I would love to be with someone for the rest of my life. But now that it's here, it's like, wow, like, this is a different feeling. This is different. It's interesting and it's beautiful, but it's also a little scary because that means that I have to give myself completely to somebody. I have to trust them completely eventually. I have to, like, this one person. So I feel like you are looking at your partner differently right now, and you like it, and you're starting to get used to the idea of seeing this person every single day when you wake up, and seeing them every single night when you go to bed, and having them come to every major event in your life going forward, and have them be there in all the high points as well as all the low points, having them see you at your best and also at your worst, having them celebrate your successes with you and lament in your failures. Like, this might very well be your person, and it's so big now. Before, in theory, it was like, yeah, that'd be great, I would love it. But now that it's here, it's huge, but in wonderful ways. This Nine of Wands, I feel, represents kind of a playful attitude that you've developed. So in the past, you were very on guard, like we were talking about your emotions, about how much trust you're willing to give somebody before all of the evidence was there to analyze. And now I feel like you've moved on from that. But you kind of have this playful sassiness to you with regards to being on guard. So, maybe like, whereas before you would have been reserved, or you would have been maybe a little like curt or something, now whenever similar situations happen, you're more playful about it, you're more sassy about it, you're more, I don't know, I just feel like there's like a playfulness has replaced what used to be you being very on guard, or being more tough, or being more curt, or being more cutthroat in certain ways. Now it's just this fun, like, playful thing that you do, and I think that that's kind of a nice transition. The Sign of Cups, Knight of Cups, I feel represents your partner. I feel like they have likely already given you this cup. This cup may not have been something huge or groundbreaking, but I feel like it was, and it probably didn't come in super fast, but I feel like this cup represents your partner coming closer and closer to you, and very slowly, very gently coming more into your life, bringing you more into their life, becoming more one together, doing more together, bringing a little bit more of a sense of security. It's been very gentle, I feel, maybe even a little hesitant. They've quietly kind of made their moves towards you very humbly, and yeah, I just feel like it's been a nice offer that they've given you. May not necessarily be something specific, but trust is starting to be built between the two of you. Not that trust was ever lost, right? A lot of your worries and anxieties, not all, but a lot of it was over analyzing a situation. But again, not all, because I think your partner was giving you mixed signals, but it probably wasn't on purpose. It was because of other things going on in their life that made them act in certain ways just across their life. So there were mixed signals, but there were other factors at play. So trust wasn't broken, but there was you were not wrong to question things or to feel like there were mixed signals, because there were. It was just for other reasons that didn't really have to do with you. So anyways, I feel like that's really positive. And Gemini, the last card is the Ten of Pentacles, which is another card for wish fulfillment and you achieving everything that you're looking for in your vision. But I feel like this goes back to the intuitive portion of this reading, where I was talking about how your partner is getting really comfortable in your relationship and truly sees you in their future. And it can be a little scary because then they want to do all the mundane things. And you're just like, what's happening to our relationship? Like, do you not think I'm exciting enough? Do you not like care about me enough, or do you not have enough passion for me to want to go out with me anymore? You just want to stay in all the time. So I feel like this card really represents that the home life is coming into your life. The whole family thing, the living together thing, the doing groceries thing, the doing laundry together thing, folding laundry together, that is about to enter into your life. And I also feel like with this card, you're going to be happy about it. You're just going to be like, wow, this is my life. And it's going to be really nice. Like, I feel like it's kind of the beginning of some really good things to come, Gemini. Don't be scared about this. Don't feel like you're missing out on fun times because now you're slowing down to house times. Don't look at it that way. Look at this as up leveling. Like I was saying before, this is like the marriage version of a relationship. Whether or not you two are married, your partner is doing the marriage version of a relationship. That's what they see as a true, real relationship versus what you've been doing, which is the dating side of relationships, which is fun, which is important, but there has to be an evolution. There has to be a transcendence. There has to be a graduation for the two of you to move into something that's truly serious and that's truly a life partnership. Dating isn't gonna, if you stay in the dating phase, it's never truly a life partnership. It's still the two of you testing each other out, seeing, trying to keep things alive through exciting things. When you hit this evolution, this graduation, you're no longer trying to test each other out. You've decided you're going to be together, and you don't need to do all these exciting things to keep things alive. At some point, the exciting dating things actually are a distraction from what the true feelings are. If you need to continuously do exciting things, then do you really have anything in your relationship that's real? Or is it just about the fun? And your relationship has transcended to where it's not just about the fun at all. It's about what's real. Like, you guys are doing real things together. So look at this very positively, Gemini, because I feel like it's extremely positive. This is such a nice reading. I feel really good. So Gemini, this concludes the YouTube portion of this video. I'm feeling it, that's why I'm going like this. I'm just like, oh, it feels so good. It's so strong too. And it's like near my heart. So it's like really good and lots of love. So this concludes the YouTube portion of this video. And I'm going to share the last 6 cards here, like what we're going to be talking about in the extended video. I'm going to share what the cards are. And it is almost all entirely positive. It feels really good. All right, Gemini. So in the extended, we're going to talk about the Temperance, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. So the Temperance, I'm just at a high level. I feel like this is going to be positive. Temperance really is kind of neutral, I would say, but I feel positive. Ace of Pentacles, positive. Ace of Cups for love reading, super positive. High Priestess could also be kind of neutral, but it represents what I was talking about before, the transcendence, the evolution, the next level, the enlightenment side of relationships. The Eight of Swords, generally not a positive card, but it's surrounded by so many other positive cards, and the reading ends with the Ten of Cups, which is super positive, especially for emotions and relationships and love. So lots of positive things to come. Again, we're going to talk about that in the extended. I'll, of course, pull additional cards as well in the extended reading, and we'll do the bottom of the deck and everything like that. So, if you're interested in that, I will see you in the extended. You can access it at www.patreon.com/Trishna. The link is also in the description box below. So, if you're interested in that, I will see you in the extended. If not, thank you so much for watching. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video on YouTube.